these are without a doubt probably some of the best looking headlights we buy right out of the box for the Evo Tint. But today I'm actually going to change those and hopefully it turns out good. All right, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. All right, so like the title says, we're gonna be making some changes to the Evo's headlights, the Audi style headlights that I recently installed on the Evo. As always, everything I use today in this video is gonna be linked in the description, and everything can be found on Amazon that I bought today. So we are installing some HIDs, which they are advertised as being direct fit, I guess, for the VLAND Audi style headlights. So hopefully that's true. And in addition to swapping over to HIDs, I also bought some yellow like vinyl wrap tint for the headlights as well. I've always liked the look of like the yellow headlights. I don't know exactly how much I will like it on here, but the good thing is that if I don't like it, I can of course take it off, or after I get bored with it again, I can take it off. One thing I am worried about is visibility though, because to be honest, the black housing Audi style headlights actually don't have the best visibility at night, which is one of the reasons why I am upgrading to HIDs. But hopefully after tinting them with that yellow headlight film, it doesn't impair the visibility too much. So I'm gonna start off with the HIDs first. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's in the box. All right, so we got the two ballasts and the two headlight bulbs. Now, ideally, I would like for these to mount on the bottom of the headlight housings themselves, just like how the OEM SSS headlights do, but I don't know that these will actually mount there. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the headlights because that'll make it a little easier to mount both the ballasts and install the headlights. All right, so the ballast does not bolt to the bottom of the headlight, unfortunately. So you see how it has like these three holes, like for the factory, the OEM ballast. This one actually just has that like one tab there, and it doesn't fit quite nicely in there like I wish it did. So I have to figure out where I'm gonna mount it, and I think I have an idea. Now, ideally, I would want to bolt it somewhere, but it just has that, like I mentioned before, just this one little tab here with the bolt to go through it. But I think I'm gonna use some 3M double-sided tape, and hopefully that works. I know these get really hot, or at least I think they do. Hopefully that isn't melted. I don't know, but I'm gonna clean this surface off really good, and this surface as well. So I'm thinking like that. I'm gonna sit it like that. Clean that off really good. Maybe throw a zip tie through there as well. And mount this here. And this part, I'll probably have mounted right there. All right, looks pretty secure to me. Looks like it should hold. Fingers crossed, right? Now that seems like a solid spot to me as far as where to mount those at. Clean, you won't be able to see them with the hood open. If you have HIDs, let me know where you guys mounted them at, because there seems perfect to me. But if there's another spot where I can move it to, let me know. All right, so I ran into my first issue. I actually won't be able to have this mounted here because it won't actually reach the headlight. There's not enough length here, so this is gonna have to be moved maybe to like here, possibly, if I can get it to sit there. This should be okay. I think I had enough room there, but this is definitely gonna have to move to like right here. right, the headlight just needs to be bolted up now, but we do have headlight bulbs now. Or a bulb, I should say. We do have one, so we're good. I do have to finish up putting the bolts in, but I'm glad that I have a headlight bulb now. I actually almost took the car the other night to go with a couple friends, but I realized I didn't have headlight bulbs in there. So let's go ahead and move over to the passenger side, finish this one up, and then we can move on to the fun part, which is tinting. Alright, so both headlights work now, which is cool, which is great. Now I'm gonna attempt to tint these headlights using this vinyl wrap. Now the vinyl wrap is from Vivid Racing, I believe it's called, or Vivid Vinyl. I think it's Vivid Vinyl. And apparently you wrap it while the surface is dry. It doesn't have to be wet. Now I don't have a heat gun, so I'm gonna attempt to do this without a heat gun at first. If I have to, I'll go run and buy one from Harbor Freight, or I'll use a hairdryer. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean off the surface of the headlights first with some like all-purpose like degreaser cleaner, and then I will begin the wrapping process. Now there aren't many complex like curves or anything like that or shapes for the Evo headlights, except for like maybe back here. So hopefully it's not like a complete pain to tint these or wrap these, but I'm gonna give it a try. Hopefully it turns out nice. If it doesn't, oh well. Now normally you're supposed to like clay bar the headlights I saw, but because these headlights are like still pretty much brand new, I don't think that's actually necessary, so this should do just fine.
Three days later.
So I went to put the bumper on for the first time after having installed that Mishimoto dual oil cooler setup, and the bumper actually wouldn't clear. So I spent the last couple days like trying to figure out what I was gonna do to make it fit. I ended up just cutting the bumper up very slightly, more so the lip portion of the bumper, so that way the cooler wouldn't hit it and it would clear, so that way I can properly bolt the bumper up. So we got the bumper back on. So it fits basically the same as it did before, so basically bad, but because it's a wrap. But it's good enough for now. It's not horrible, I guess. The car needs to be, or the bumper actually needs to be repainted, like so that way it matches perfectly. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it doesn't match. It's not the same white, so. But I'm happy with how the vinyl wrap turned out on the headlights. It actually looks pretty good. And I'd say for my first time ever wrapping headlights, I actually did a pretty good job. But I know it's not for everyone. I actually like how it looks. Side note though, the car is pretty much dialed in as far as idle and cruise goes, so big shout out to Chag for that. But so far so good, everything is running smooth. Just have to continue to brake in the motor because I think I'm sitting just at around like 200 miles or so. But the car is like absolutely filthy. I have yet to clean it. You can see that like thin layer of dust on the car there. The car itself is just overall dirty. So we're gonna go ahead and actually head to the car wash. I'm gonna go ahead and actually wash the car for the first time. Get the car actually looking nice. Because I have plans this weekend. I wanna drive this car. So let's go ahead, head to the car wash, go ahead and get this cleaned up, and we'll go from there. So it feels good to have the car kind of clean. I say kind of clean because the car was sitting for quite a while and it like built up some dirt in some areas where it's kind of hard to get off. I do actually need to go over the car again to get it like really clean. The problem with that is, I'll be honest, I'm not the best when it comes to picking out like car wash products. With that being said, I'm super open to suggestions. So if you know what is like the go-to for car care products, let me know, because I don't know. But overall, I'd say I'm happy with the current setup, the current lighting setup. As I expected, I'll post a clip really quick. Visibility does suffer from the yellow tint, but it actually looks a whole lot worse than it actually is. Plus, I actually still need to adjust the headlights. But again, I'm really feeling the look of the yellow headlights. When I was cleaning the car, I actually noticed that part of the wrap on the roof is coming up. Like there's a tear right there. Which that is unfortunate, but I guess I'll just have to rewrap the roof and I should be able to do a much better job. Given that was my first time ever wrapping the roof, I would say I actually did an okay job. But that's gonna pretty much sum up today's video. I actually appreciate you guys checking out the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Apparently it helps if you thumbs up the video, so please give this video a thumbs up and I'll see you guys in the next one.